slime gal la haste so kuri shi shara kura ha to sitsara jaw no isu habo sala come on up there. Oh, and this was we started singing back in '78, and I was going to school at Curtin High School, and our band teacher, Mrs. Brooks, she must have really liked my brother Irvin, my late brother, and he'd always do different singings and stuff like that. And that lady, white lady, found out where the powwow was, and she gave me a bass drum, and that's how we started singing years ago. And one of the first places I learned how to sing was at the AIM camp on the bluffs back then. So this is our younger brother,
Jenny, how's the live?
Galvin.
You can give me one in the chat.
Through that, we started a group called Sun Eagle Singers, and that was history. And my younger brother here was our lead singer. So we're singing our song, and it's
thank you,
for everyone to heal today.
Stop all disclosed. All right, let's kill us.
Enos, it's a mark that a storm caught a dog, a husband, and then issued our infant of a winter. Begin to start over, so she came, Johnson, Skitzy, Zani, last week. Just a couple of introductions. There was to Percy Keel, the Indians, Victory, Mogande, Arden, Percy, a great leader of the Navajo Nation. Another introduction. We didn't get the mayor or anybody from the city government yet, but we do have somebody from the government. Brian Lee, are you here? Brian. Brian was here earlier. He's from the office of our Senator Ben Ray Newhorn. All right, we will go ahead and do our closing. We have asked Vicki Whitaker to make some comments on white racism. Vicki Whitaker, Pelekana, Tenigi Ekre, Pelekana Ekre, Kehet, Inigi, Yeh, so hey, Punit, Egg, Job Ahonosi, John Hydatonis, but there will be opportunity to ask Pudicita, Dinamis Ekre, Namis Sohode, Nas he ate of this. For we can ask Vicki Whitaker to come back and be with us. Brother James, come on up. We want you to take some time here and talk a little bit about this issue, and then at the same time we're going to ask you to dismiss us with a brief blessing.
Thank you, Jilly. Thank you all. Yeah, I did. I'm Reverend Dr. James Clausen, the pastor of First Presbyterian here in Farmington, and our sister Stella is one of our women elders. I bring you greetings from the church and from the Presbytery of Santa Fe. I want to speak to you just for a moment, I promise only a moment, about the importance of memory to the task of commitment in the cause of hope. I acknowledge that the land on which I live, work, worship, and play is the Tota. The land along these three rivers is the land of the ancestral Puebloans. It is the land of the Diné, and it's also the land of the Nuchu. Most acknowledgments given by white people end here, I won't end here. The Christian church which I served was complicit in the violence perpetrated on all these peoples by Europeans and their descendants. The doctrine of discovery, which was promulgated by the Western Church in the 15th century, was only the beginning in a long series in ways in which the church gave spiritual license and legal cover for the exploitation and theft of land and people over the centuries. My own church tradition was complicit in traumas like the Long Walk, and philosophies like Manifest Destiny, and institutions like the residential schools that stripped native children of their culture and language, and practices like overt discrimination in justice and education and economics, and in our willingness to turn a blind eye toward racial violence against our native siblings. As we've heard today, the events of 1974 did not occur in a vacuum, and that's why the resistance movement that arose over 50 years ago has been and is still now so powerful. Today, we honor the memories of the men who were murdered in those acts of brutal racial hatred. We honor their families, and we honor all those who raise their voices and hands to say no more. In my faith tradition, we often speak about confession and repentance and forgiveness, and heaven knows we've abused that theology sometimes, but I think it's helpful to our task today and to our next steps together and how we understand the importance of memory to our future. Confession of wrongdoing, expressions of repentance, seeking of forgiveness will ring hollow, it will ring false unless there is real commitment to changing the present and working toward a better future. As Sister Stella mentioned, I'm kind of new here, But I do have family here in New Mexico, including my beloved auntie who served for decades as a school psychologist on the Navajo Nation, working with Diné children and their families, seeing firsthand the real tragic results of generational trauma. But I myself, I'm from Georgia, where I grew up in my accent, and I attended college in rural southeast Alabama. As a young man living in the Deep South, I witnessed a remarkable transformation about how we remember the events of the Civil Rights Movement. For decades, it seemed like to many in power and influence, the way to deal with real ugliness, real violence in our past was to sweep it under the rug, to look forward to things like the New South or cities too busy to hate. But a shift has happened in the last 2 decades. Cities, large and small, have begun a reckoning with that violent history, to acknowledge it honestly. In Atlanta, in Birmingham, Montgomery, in Selma, memorials and museums have risen. In Birmingham at 16th Street Baptist Church, the memorial to those 4 little girls murdered by a white supremacist terrorist bomb refuses to ignore that past. And it calls all who make their pilgrimages there to ask themselves, so what do we do now? In Selma, the King Monument stands witness along with the Pettus Bridge to all those of all races who died in the March for Voting Rights in 1965. It names that violent history, but it silently asks those who flock to Selma to make their pilgrimages across the bridge, where's this bridge going to take us together now? These communities across my native South have found that permanent physical memorials to a difficult past play a hugely important role in helping the community cast a shared vision for the future. A community without a shared story is unanchored and aimless. A community that owns its history, warts and all, mourning the violence of the past while celebrating the long process of activism and hard work that overcame it, that community feels a spirit, a shared purpose, that spirit of we shall overcome. My friends, we in the Tota, especially in the city of Farmington, we've got a unique opportunity right now. It's an opportunity that comes to a town like this only once in a generation, if not once in a century. The work we are doing together today is important, it is vital, it is life-giving, and that work cannot end today. The permanent memorial that we're planning is just an important beginning. It will give us, we hope, a focal point as a community, a place of memory in which we anchor our hope for a better future together. It will stand as a witness, calling us to be the community that does something about missing and murdered Indigenous women and missing and murdered Indigenous relatives. It is the witness to us that will call us to get loud, calling out fight racism. It will stand as a permanent reminder and a call to our commitment to a Farmington, to a Tota that is a place where all peoples share the fruits of prosperity, of freedom, and of justice. So, on behalf of my colleagues on the commemorative committee, I invite you to join us as we seek to continue the work we've started today, the work of memory that will fire our present commitment to the urgent task of hope for the future. As deep in my heart, I do believe we shall overcome someday. I thank you. And now as we prepare to break bread together, I ask you, as you feel led, to join me in a brief prayer. Holy One, Spirit of creation, you who created all of us in your image, we give you thanks for this time to join together, to tell our stories together, to cast our vision for the future. We thank you for one another. We thank you for all the hands that have prepared these meals. We ask you to bless them. Bless our time together. O Creator, help us to walk together in beauty. Amen.
Yeah, Brother James. Stella, why don't you go up and make the last announcement, and then we can move on. You want to hear this announcement because it's about food.
people to help you with your meals. And we also have a bus city bus that's available to take people back to their cars. And it's at Main and Block. At the intersection of Main and Block, there's a city bus for transportation if you need to go back to your vehicle, wherever you parked. So, thank you very much.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
We are very proud that we were together today to commemorate our resistance in 1974. We are proud that we can honor the victims and the families of the Shahad. We will be back together.
Hey, honey, I appreciate you. You've always been donating to my channel too.
One last announcement for the healing part.
So Stella has put together multiple resources for healing. There are tents outside, and we're going to have a panel discussion here inside the Toe Talk. That was scheduled to begin at 1:30, but we'll take a little break, make sure everybody gets something to eat, and then come back in. Please visit the tents that are outside. Thank you all.
Like I said, hey, honey, I appreciate your donation to my channel. You've always donated. An H Mountain girl, she wanted to help with starting a GoFundMe for Genuine Sterling's funeral costs. I posted it up on my community post also. And please share it out. Rose Kimberly, appreciate your donation. King George Wallen,
Going home.
Huntington Township Watch. All of you that have donated to Genuine Sterling's, to my cash out for Genuine Sterling's passing, for his funeral costs is much appreciated. And there's a GoFundMe. You guys please share that out. We have a 6,000 mark to what we need to reach in order to pay for his funeral costs. So appreciate that, hey honey. Buzz, welcome in. How you been?
Good, man. And you?
Good.
All right.
Hanging in there.
Locked up. That's good.
Yeah.
You've been doing a lot on YouTube lately, or?
Yeah. If you check out the last of it, Genuine Sterling passed away.
Who did?
Genuine Sterling. He passed away.
Wow.
Yeah. I'll talk to you about it later.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Let me bring me up to speed on that.
Yeah. Still got a clear live down? You should have here, honey.
What did you get? Sandwiches. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we were doing I don't know if you guys know, if you guys ever heard of a Navajo taco, Indian taco. That's what my family and I were doing yesterday and today, raising funds for Genuine Sterling. We did pretty good yesterday, and we're doing it today again, but I heard this was going on, so I had to come down here and show you guys about like the for the Indigenous resistance, the missing, murdered Indigenous women and men. And this is an old theater. Yeah.
You want to interview me?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
What's
that? Yeah.
We're aimed at Nipakea and we're the aim of Shipwalk aimed at Nipakea, and thank you for everybody for coming at this walk. And that's all I have to say. Thank you.
All right. Thank you, man. Appreciate it.
Mike.
How you doing? Your name is Mike?
Yeah.
I'm live right now. If you want to say some stuff about the event today.
Hi, my name is Mike. I'm with Ames Central, Arizona, and we're here to help with Nipakea and the Net Territory Ames. So, kind of remembering 1974 with the whole Trump charity here, and supporting them, and kind of advocating for a lot of this racism stuff too. So, thank you.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
I'm glad to see Father Michael.
It's windy out here again. You guys are selling those shirts there? Yeah. Okay. Is there any information if anybody wants to order online? Do you guys have any information if they want to order online? You guys don't do online? Okay. All right. I just want to ask. How much are they?
25 for a shirt, $5 for a button, sticker, or 2, 3, and 5 for small, medium, large, packages.
Okay. All right. Thank you. A little windy here. Dracula, you're talking to me? I'm in Farmington, New Mexico. This is a gathering for the missing, murdered, and some kind of indigenous event for the resistance of the indigenous. Let's see what it says here. Excuse me, sir. You don't mind if I interview you real quick? You don't mind if I interview you real quick? What is this actually used for? Okay.
Their chapter has one. It's for our chapter, my chapter.
American Indian Movement Territory. Okay.
So this is the KO chapter for the territory. It's up, staff, takes everywhere with us. It's a big event, so we have to bring this out.
So you guys do prayers for this thing every time that you guys come out to do these events?
Oh, yeah.
Right on. All right, man. Appreciate it. Thank you. Yeah, you too.
I never heard your channel name.
your dad here?
Oh, okay.
Is your dad here?
Yeah, he's right down there.
Can you introduce me to him? I kind of like I want to interview him also. Hello. I talked to your daughter. Your daughter.
Oh, yeah.
And you don't mind if I interview you real quick?
Who are you interviewing for?
I got my own channel, and I exercise my First Amendment here.
Okay, what's your channel called?
Four Corner Fist in the Air. That's the name of my channel.
Oh, okay, yeah, all right, yeah, I got this.
Yeah. So yeah, she was telling me that was it your brother that passed away?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
My brother name's so and Saley.
Yeah. So you want to kind of inform what the process that they've given you and what you're going through, and has anything being done, or what kind of help you're getting?
Well, just a quick overview. My brother went missing back in January 8th, and we found him February 20th. Our family, we found him ourselves, and without the help of Navajo police. And my brother's out in elements for 44 days. The night that he went missing, there was a guy arrested too at the same time, saying that he murdered my brother. Blood all over him, but now the Nation Police Department never done anything about it. They gave him information of whereabouts my brother could be, but then they never even followed up on it. So come around February when we got the news of what the Navajo Nation knew, the pleadee, we went out next to our cells and ended up finding my brother ourselves. And when the police they came, they knew where he was the whole time. They never did anything about it. So since then, we sort of knew like this with our. In short, didn't really know where to go, so that's when we invited members from different organizations such as MMIW, a couple different AIM organizations.
Yeah.
Just to see how we go about doing this, and eventually they gave us a lot of resources to start. And one main tool that we use was media. We put out articles out there. We done interviews just as this, and then we done a couple more, but we wanted to go directly to the source of the problem, so that's what we've done, and that's how we got a lot of answers, questions answered for us, A lot of questions answered for us.
Yeah.
So we went straight to the Chinle Police Department. We demanded answers there. We got little. They still can't provide us a direct answer of why there's never a follow-up from my brother, and what their shortfall is, and they don't take accountability.
Actually, why are they not doing their job?
Exactly, yes.
Yeah.
And they still can't take accountability or say it's their fault,
Yeah.
And there hasn't been an apology to my family for their conduct.
Yeah.
And because of that, we conducted more marches, and eventually went to the Capitol itself, to the delegate's office, and then to the president's office to get their attention on what's going on and what we need to fix. And so since then, we've had a couple meetings, but it still seems like they're tiptoeing around it, especially the president. He doesn't really want to address this because we invited him to multiple meetings, and he still hasn't showed up.
Yeah.
And right now, only the VP, Vice President, she's been coming around to our meetings and sort of listening in, and we've been getting her support too. So one thing we really want to do is introduce, because of the incident that happened to my brother, what we saw, we want to put in. Want to put in legislation, laws. We want certain things to change on the reservation.
Yeah.
Just because of how my brother's case was handled, And it's just not our family. There's other families out there going through the exact same thing.
Yeah, that's what I know about what I'm doing here. What I do here in Farmington is exercise our First Amendment. All the amendments are important under the Constitution, and the same thing. It's the same basic thing on the Navajo Nation. The civil rights, everything is basically the same. But this is our traditional ways and our ceremonies that come into to have how to show respect and all that. But it's basically the same, all our rights. So here I do public tours, and I keep an eye on the cops here. And the cops, they're not doing a good job here. So they're giving me a hard time for filming them because they're not used to being filmed because that's when they know that, what are they hiding?
Exactly. It's just like with them and their body cam,
Yeah, exactly.
It's pretty much vice versa what they're saying, they're going to get some.
Yeah. So then I found out these guys like to redact their body cams too, So.
I know they edit and all that.
Yeah.
I know for what happened to my brother-in-law, we know that they modified or falsely, I don't know, they manipulated the reports to where they sound like, it's not their fault, no, the police officer's fault. But we know that happens.
Yeah.
We know there's a lot of favoritism, there's corruption, there's bribery going on in the and they don't want to address it because they know it's there, and they still don't want to fix it because it's all about money, everything, So
they don't understand that who they work for. They work for the people. We put them there to help other people out.
That's what we reminded them of, and still they seem like they're trying to be above the law, trying to oppress the people.
Oh, they think they run the show for us.
They think they do, yes.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of things that they violated themselves. Even like us as being a Indigenous citizen, they violate a lot of our rights. Even just coming down to even being discriminated towards their own people.
Me myself, I've been to the Window Rock, and they pushed us out physically, put their hands on us and told us we couldn't be in there, and that they actually assaulted and battered us. So then one of my friends that was with me that were exercising our First Amendment, they kidnapped him just for filming. So to this day they haven't given him any paperwork about what's going on or anything. So then I went and pressed charges on one of the officers that was in uniform. They're not getting back at me neither. And
there's I know their internal affairs where you do all this reporting. They told me that they're just like stacked up with so many reports that they can't even get to them
because they're not doing nothing. They're not doing their job.
I guess a lot of these cops are getting reports and this investigation is put on them, but they don't want to push them through it because they know that they are liable. They know they are doing something wrong. So, and that's one thing that we're trying to push too is really just better law enforcement for the national nation, and just the way to conduct themselves and everything, even starting from just 911 call, dispatcher, up to the sergeant in charge, lieutenant, captain, up to the commander. The whole echelon.
That's what my channel is about. It's about transparency and accountability, making sure that they're in their capacity of their duty, and we pay our taxes, and our tax money funds all the facilities, the parks, the police cars, and down to their salaries. And so
it seems like there might be slight progression with them because you do see like a little bit more presence here and there, the way they respond. It's a little improvement, but not much. It seems like they're trying, but they're still not trying hard enough.
Right. All right, man. Thanks for the interview.
No problem.
Good luck to you guys.
Thank you. And again, Michael Sambari, Central Ames, Arizona.
Okay.
That's who we're representing.
Well, watch the channel and you'll see yourself there, and share the video out wherever you can.
Okay.
Yeah. All right, y'all. Oh yeah, Dracula. Cape Cod Cop Watcher. Patricia Amelia Hobbit. Loves Kimberly. Yeah, that's why I came here. This is what this channel is about also. To help the people. Anybody, not just our people, anybody that needs help, that are dealing with the government officials that are supposed to be helping us. So, yeah, pose. And yeah, guys, we got till the 26th or the 27th is where we have to turn in the funds for Genuine Sterling's funeral costs, and whatever you guys donate or have donated and are going to donate, we really do appreciate it. And other than that, it's just another day of remembering people who passed, people whose rights have been violated. This is all about resisting against the government and the Native American situation. So, and y'all know that they're violating my rights here, so that so I had to do what I had to do, and in order to make it to my father's funeral. So these guys all work together here. The attorneys, the private attorneys are the public attorneys, when hired by us to represent us, the judges, the city attorneys, the police station, the sheriffs, they're all working together. You know, that's, nobody can win here. And we pay them, and like with our tax money, we pay them to be professional and do their jobs with transparency and accountability. But this has been going on for a long time here in Farmington, New Mexico. These the good old boys club is what's going on here, and this is what they don't like this channel. Me telling everybody that supports this channel is that they're corrupt. You know, when I go out there filming them and pressing them, Deputy City Attorney Russell Frost calls it poking the bear. Jennifer Brukel they all call it poking the bear when you're out there pressing them with your rights. And Pose knows this. But damn, welcome in. Yeah, so thank you, NH Mountain Girl, for setting up the GoFundMe for Genuine Sterling. NH Mountain Girl wanted to help in a way, so I told her she can go ahead and start that GoFundMe page. All right, and you know that's the proof. I have all the proof on my channel and how they run the system here. You know, the system where they're supposed to be serving and protecting the public, but it's the opposite. But I'm gonna end my live here, you guys. I have to get back to start helping with my with the food sale back at my location. So, all right, y'all. I'm gonna end my live. Appreciate the support, the thumbs up, and the donations that you made. What donations are you gonna give for Genuine Sterling? I'm out. I hear you, Kimberly. Right on, RF.